Are you able to see me? Hello? Are you able to see me, right? Hello?
Yeah, I'm able to. One second, hold on. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Purna. Are you able to?
Yes, yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, coming to myself, this is Ponu. I have taught 5.5 years of experience as a web developer. And coming to my skill set, I have the skills HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, and Angular, and React also a little bit. So this is my overall skill set. And coming to my previous company is Helcon Technologies, and here my total experience 5.5 and relevant experience in Angular is around 3 years. Coming to my recent project is a CVS Health. That's a health domain project. This project I work as a UA developer, like creating the components, CS changes, modules, pipes, all those things I related to my Angular I implemented. This is all little brief about me.
Yeah, so that can you please look into the camera and talk? Just,
Is it fine?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's fine. So you have total experience of 3 years in Angular.
Total experience 5.5 as a UA developer and relevant experience in Angular 2 years.
2 years, okay. So you developed a component or a module as a whole.
What? Hello?
You have developed a module as a whole or a component as a whole.
Yes, components, modules,
Anything?
yeah, modules, components, services, API integrations, all those things. Yes.
Yeah, okay. HTML, what about HTML and CSS? Are you comfortable with that?
Yes, yes, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Yes, I have.
So, are you familiar with pipes?
Yes, yes, yeah. Shimplify, yeah, familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, can you explain that?
Hello?
Can you explain what is a pipe and
Pipe.
how do you create a pipe?
So pipe is using for the transferring data. If you want to change any data format, use the pipe. For example, if you want number to in the currency format, if a number decimal format, and if a number into any top or uppercase format. So if you want to change transform data, use the pipes. So we have the some built-in pipes like transform currency and date like this, and we using the so if you want to apply the pipe on any data, we use the vertical line and the pipe name. If we want to implement any custom pipes, we use the transform method. We need to implement the pipe transform in the pipe transform in the interface. We have a transform method. Okay, in the transform method, we are apply the what are the transformations we want to do. So we can use the we can create custom pipes also. We have the pure pipes, impure pipes. So impure pipes will call for every the change injection, but pure pipes will call only when we required. So these are all relating about the pipes.
Okay, how do you create a custom pipe?
How?
Custom pipes, how do you create?
Custom pipes we using the transform interfaces, pipe transfer interfaces. I implement the pipe transfer informations, and I have the transform method. So I create a class. I implement the transform pipe transform interface. I have the method transform method. In the transform method, I need to pass the arguments like what is the value, what is the what are the arguments we are possible the transform method. Yes.
Okay. So, which version did you work on Angular?
I work more of 6, 7, 8, all the six, 8, 9, up to 9. I work. Yeah.
Do you know how to upgrade a project from Angular 8 to Angular, say Angular 11 version? How do
Yeah.
you do that?
So if you want, for example, if you want to convert from 7 to 9, so I can directly go to 7 to 9. I will apply the one by one the changes version from 7 to 8. What are the libraries dependencies are updated. I need to update those code libraries and the related changes I will apply. So version by version apply the changes and then we can use the version update. In this way we can update the Angular versions. Yeah. So we have the update version to project like NG or NG. If you use NG update, it will tell the what are the changes we need to do, and also we can upgrade from the this projects. Yeah.
Okay. Um, did you work them in Dynamics from Reactive?
React to.
Reactive forms have you worked on?
Yeah, I create the React forms in Angular like we have the form controller, form groups, and so we apply the form validations. All those things I apply. I worked on Angular. So we have the dynamic forms and reactive forms. So in reactive forms we have the form object, the form object and form validation. For object we have what is the control name, what is the validator, what is the default value. All those things I worked that one. The reactive forms. Yes.
Okay. Can you explain how you will add the validations to Reactive form?
So for React Forms validation, what we will do is we will create the form controller. So we implement the form controllers. So first we need to import the React form module. So after that we need to take the form control from that Angular forms. So new form controller. So in that form control we have the what is the control name. The second we have the validations. So on that validation I apply the validation rules. So the value based on that we can apply the validation rules and when we can do that one. For example, the I have the form with the first name, last name. The first name colon, the form is to form group and first name is form control. In that form control, I give the what is the name and what is the validation I need to apply. Oh, this type of we can do.
Um, if you want any custom validation, is it possible?
So for the custom validation, what I will do is I will apply the I write a function for the validator function. So that's why you can apply the validations for the reactive functions. For example, if you want to do apply any validations, then I will apply the validator function, and then we can apply. For example, I have a form. So for that one, we have the we have the form control name and the validations. So for the validation, what I will do is I will give the what is the validation. For that validation, I give the function. For example, phone number validation. So that phone number validation, I implement the validator. This validator will check the what is the control value, what is the control value length. If control value length is greater than 0, then I will show the error. Otherwise, I return the null. So for that validate, I will pass this function. Yeah.
Um, just, just,
Hello. 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 Are you there?
sorry, a call came back. So, Hello, are you able to
Yeah.
hear me?
Yes, yes. Yes, I'm hearing you.
Hello.
Yeah, I am hearing you.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I just not able to. So, if you have two child components, how do you communicate with each other?
Child components. For example, we have the one A component, if you want to use the B component and child component to the A component, I use the component selector. I will call the component selector as an element in the A component template. That is child selector.
No, no. What I want is not the parent. I have a parent and said that I have two children.
Okay.
How do I communicate between that two children?
So there are the multiple ways to communicate between the two sibling children elements. One way is, for example, I have the parent element, I have child one, child two, two child elements. If you want to communicate between a child one, child two, the one way is first I need to pass child one to parent and the parent to child two. This is the one way. Otherwise, if you want to communicate between the sibling components, I use the services with the observables. So I create one common service, and the common service I create the observables and the subscribe methods. So we can I implement the service in the both components and observe the value. So using services with the observables, I can communicate between the sibling components. Yeah. Hello.
Um, I have a code in my HTML that needs to be reused. Is it possible? I don't want to create a separate component for that,
Uh,
but I want to reuse that HTML portion.
then I use the ng template like that ng template. I give the template hash code value. That hash code value I can use.
Okay.
So when
Can I make that dynamic too?
so using the ng template ng content, we can make it the template HTML as a dynamic.
How will we pass? How will we make it dynamic?
Uh, So for example, we have the HTML, we have the HTML form. In the HTML, I use what I will do is I use the ng container. With the ng container, I implement the template with the ng template. I give the one hash code. That hash code I will share. I will share the whenever I want. For example, if I click something, then I will show that this template has the template name. So for example, I have div. If ng is false, then else I will show this template. That I will give the ID. Yeah.
Yeah, can you look into the camera?
Hello.
It feels like you're browsing something.
What?
No, can you look into the camera and it feels like you're browsing something.
If you want, I will share my screen.
No,
Can I
no,
share?
no. Because the light is coming and going.
If you it's okay, fine. If you want, I will share my screen. Okay, I will show your hands also. Okay. Okay. For example,
Okay.
okay. For example, I have a one. I created one dynamic template HTML code in the ng template. In the ng template, I will give the one ID value. Now this template will I will call whenever I want. So if it says if condition is there, if in the else condition, I will give this template ID value hash what is the hash value given here, that ID value I will show here. So dynamically this content will load here. That's all. So this ng template I will use. Yeah.
If I want, for example, else I need to be shown in a particular way, and that code I need to be shown in a different list also. Then how can I be achieved both?
Then I use the host listener. At the right host listeners, I use that one.
Without that, you cannot use with that ng template. Any modification in ng template to reuse that.
That is the idea I have actually. Yeah.
Part of
That is the idea. Wow, that is the only idea I have for the relating to ng template, ng container, all those.
So in ng template also, we can do that. How we can do that?
What is your question in ng template?
In ng template, I want, for example, a list to be shown in a particular way. But I have two values for the list. So in two places, I have two values. So how will I achieve that using this edge template?
Then use the switch case. The switch case, ng switch case. I will give template name. If this template name, I want this load this template. Otherwise, other template. Okay.
So if we have parent component and child component, and I am changing something in this. So tell me how we will communicate between parent and child.
So if you want pass data anything from parent to child, I use the @ input in the child component. So that property we can pass from the parent to child using @ input directory. We can pass the data from parent to child. If you want to pass the from child to parent, what you will do is first I will create the one event listener. So for that event listener, I will call the @ output. So if any event has happened, I call that I will emit that emit value. So what the if any event happen in the child component, that particular data value I am emitting to the parent component. So that after emitting, we have a call a function into the parent component. So using the event termination and other output directives, we can call data, we can pass data from child to parent.
Okay. If I change an input to the child, if I change in the child component, will it be reflected in the parent or not?
What you will change?
Yeah, so suppose I am passing an input, say input A to the child, and in the child I am changing that variable. So what will be the effective parent? Will
It
it
is
be
not
changing
affecting the parent value, but if you can change that value also. For example, I passing the x value as an input to the child component. Okay, child container. So in the child component, I'm changing that value, but this value is not changed. If you want to change this x value in the parent component, what you will do is whatever you change, you can pass as event emitter. This event emitter call a function in the parent component. The function that parent component can change this title value. In this way, you can change.
Is there any way to call any method in child and parent?
Call a method.
If there is a method in a child component and I want to call that in a parent component, is there any way?
I don't know. That is the one way. Yeah.
So you have worked on service side, right? So how do you identify a service side?
Services, right?
Yeah.
Actually, we create the services. To share the data between the components. So what we will do is we create the services and create the methods in the service file. Okay. Now, if you want to use the service instance in any component, we need to inject the service instance in that component. From the in the component constructor file, we inject the service instance. That is a call dependencies concepts. Now I got the service instance object. From that object, I call the methods from the service file. This is the
How
way
do you identify?
I give the identify. I will give, so we are injecting the service and if you
No. My question. A service file is there. How do you identify that whether it is a service file or not?
actually in the providers I will give the in the module in the ng module in the providers array I integrate the service file and the services we can provide an option which the service is available the all the root module or like that. So in this way you can.
Sorry. Good. And that's not the question. I'm not asking about how we will use the service. I'm asking how you will identify a service file.
The service
Whether it is a service file or not.
dot service dot esv here. The file extension is dot service dot esv.
Okay. So What is an observable?
So observer used to subscribe to observe the streaming of the data. So for example, we are calling the API. If the API gives the response as in the base in the streaming base, so observer is asynchronous operation to get the data and the streaming rate. So observable can we can from that observable you can subscribe the latest values. We have we have two types of the observer. You can create the observers using two ways like behavior subject and subject. Behavior subject have the initial default value, but the subject does not have any default value. So from that one we can subscribe. So if you observe, if you use the next method that means if you want to pass any new value to that observable, we use the next method. So whenever we get the latest value, automatically wherever we subscribe, the database is updated. Generally, in the Angular, the HTTP client HTTP library, we use the get method that returns the observable. So from that observable, we can subscribe the data. What is the API give the response? Yeah.
Okay. So how it is different from promises?
How?
It is different from promises. Observable is different
So
from promises.
promise is like this JavaScript asynchronous operation. Observe is using the Angular. Promise holds only one value. It's not stripping of the values. So promise has only to callback methods like resolve or reject. And also once we start the promise, we can stop the promise in the middle. But observe we can stop and promise returns only one value. This type of difference between the promise and observables. Yeah.
So, how do you run an Angular application?
Using the ng serve command, so we run the application. Once when we run the ng serve command, so all our code will convert from the ex to the ES6 to ES5 and create one build file that build folder will pass to the browser. So AOT compilation done here. Before going to the browser, this process. So using the ng serve command, I run the application.
Okay. If it is possible to change that command,
Actually, you can pass it in the package.json. We have these commands, ng commands, ng serve, ng pen. There we can configure. Yeah.
Suppose x is equal to undefined. What will be the result of x equal to and equal to?
I'm not x equal 25. Can you type?
X equal to undefined. That is the variable.
Okay.
So what will be the result of x equal to null?
X equal to
Null.
is the false.
What about triple equal to null?
Triple equal to also false.
Why? Can you explain?
Double equal to will check the only value, but here the both values are different, null and undifferent to different values. At the same time, if you use the triple equal to check the value and the type. Type also different. Type of null is the object. Type of undefined is the undefined.
Okay. Is it possible to connect two repos of code in Angular?
Huh?
You have two repositories. So is it possible to connect both of them in Angular?
Two repositories.
Two repos of codes are there. Repositories.
Okay.
Is it possible to connect in Angular?
Actually, in my project where we have every web code, every Angular application, we have only one repository. We can clone them and working on that one. Yeah.
Uh, So, how an arrow function and another function?
So arrow function recently introduced in the ES6. ES6. The main difference is between the arrow function and normal function. One is the short form of the normal function is the arrow function. You can use the parenthesis, arrow, and curly brackets. The main difference is if you use this keyword in the normal function, it gives the window object, not the current relative object. But if you use this keyword in the arrow function, it refers to the current object. This is the main difference.
How a tooltip is different from a pop-up?
How?
A tooltip is different from a pop-up.
Can you repeat? Your voice is cutting. How?
How a tooltip is different from a pop-up?
Tooltip. We use the title. Generally, by default, using title, we get the pop-up, that tooltip. Otherwise, we can have that tooltip libraries. We can use that one, and we create the pop-up. For example, if you are mouse over, we will give the title value, and the title value will show in the pop-up in the model box. I will give the positions. Like that, you can create the custom pop-ups also, custom tooltips also.
So, do you know about localization?
Me? Hello?
Localization in Angular.
Localization, yeah, for the translation purpose. So what we will do is the IITN folder. I create the two types of the files, select en.jsn, Arabic, if it is Arabic, ar.jsn, and I use the translate method. This translating method based on the translation value, the language value, it can transfer. We worked in, yeah.
Okay. How do you make a code appear in Shadow?
How do you?
How do you make the code appear in Shadow?
Shadow dump.
Yeah. Or do you know what is Shadow?
Shadow dump, you are talking about?
Shadow DOM.
Shadow dump, no.
Okay. So, is it possible to have function overloading or overriding Angular?
Using the if you passing the multiple arguments value, we can override like, the type of some hoops concept I have area, but I did not get working.
Pardon.
By passing the arguments value, extra values to the same function, we can override. I think
Is it possible in Angular?
I did not try, but I think as per TypeScript we can do. I think so, but I did not try it yet.
What is the view encapsulation?
What is the
View encapsulation.
IVYR?
View encapsulation in Angular.
UN cancellations. For example, we have the three types of UG completion also. I like none. Other one I have forget that names. So if you want to apply the styles relating to the template only, then we can completion none. If you use other values, then if it will take the root level sets also. You can allow the outside sets also into the component level. That is the view encapsulation used in the Angular. Hello.
What is the difference between visibility hidden and display none?
Display none means the complete div will hide. It's not occupied any space. But if you use the visibility hide, the content will hide, but the space is not hide. The space is there. This is the difference between the display none and visibility hide. Genetics means if you use you give the position as an absolute to divs in the same positions, then it will go to the one by one over the other like a stack. So then the behind the divs are not visible. If you want to, which has the make jet index value is the height, that is comes first.
What will be the priority of style? Can you tell me? Hierarchy. Style hierarchy.
Inline styles and class level inline styles is the higher priority. Then we'll give the class ID value, then class value and child selectors. Those type of the higher other preference for the styles.
So if I am for a tag, I am applying a class style and also inline style. Which one will be
I think
having higher
class
priority?
level will take a high priority.
Okay. Yeah, do you know about pseudo class?
Pseudo class like colon hover and those things. So before you went off or colon, those are the pseudo classes. Colon hover means if you have the class, and also we have the child selectors, first element, second item. If you want to child selectors, those type of selectors we have pseudo selectors, pseudo classes. Yeah.
Uh, Pardon, I didn't get
How?
Can you repeat? Can you repeat?
We have the colon hover, double colon hover. So that means if you over the element class style and element, the style will apply. And if you want to apply some icons, then you use the colon before colon after. And also these are the pseudo class. And also if you want to apply the styles for the child selectors, first child selector and the child selector. This type of are the pseudo selectors. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know about directives?
Which one?
Directives.
Yeah, directives will change the behavior of the DOM or appearance of the DOM. So generally we have the structural directives like star ng for and star ngf, and also we have some attribute directives like ng style and ng model. These are the attribute and built-in directives, and we can create our custom directives also. We can implement on class and we can apply the other directives. So these are the directives. Yeah.
Can we create any custom directive?
Yeah, we create a custom directives. In the custom directives also we have a class. So in that class we add @ directive the creator, and we also pass the we have a class. In that class we have a method. In that method we can pass the what are the changes we applied for the directive. For example, if we use the directive for a number, then we use it will apply some styles on that element. So we pass the element reference to the for directive function. Yeah.
Do you need the use of attribute
Use of
at the rate view
address, which means if you want to load the child component into the parent component, so we use the view child. So then I will get the reference of the child component reference in the parent component. Only after you will get one after ng after you content load. Yeah.
Okay. What are annotations and decorators?
Annotations.
Yeah.
These are the